Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas, and this is our fun place to chat all the latest reality TV gossip. And of course, Jeff Lewis, and of course, my weekend in LA at Hallowteeny. OMG. I just see that Corey Fabulous got on. I met so many. I already have some Jeff Lewis friends that I've met before, so I met up with some of them. Shout out Costco Mary, and I met lots of new friends. So it was so fun, y'all. I was so lucky to be able to get a +1 from my girlfriend Diane from Houston, who found out on Thursday that she won a ticket, and it was so amazing. Somebody, what a backhanded compliment. Fergalicious says, "You look comfy." Yes, girl. I mean, I landed at around 1 in the morning. So I'm literally I've got moisturizer, a little lipstick, a little ponytail going. I've got to go today and buy Halloween candy for tomorrow. I need to go buy some comfortable shoes because I realized I need comfort. I thought I was comfortable last year, but I need comfort. I think my bunion has gotten worse. So gross. Anyways, welcome. If you were new, get comfortable in comments. We love to hear what you think. I want to hear your questions. It's going to be a lot. Oh my God. Such a fun weekend. And then kind of a downer Jeff Lewis and the Jeff Lewis after show. OMG, Jeff is going through some shit, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, Corey, you're amazing. Shout out. I loved meeting you and your best friend. It was so fun. All of you. Okay. So Hallowteeny, I flew in Saturday morning. What did we do during the day? We went to Javier's, checked into our hotel. They upgraded our hotel room to this one with a balcony right in front of, we stayed at the Sofitel in Beverly Hills. I love that hotel. They upgraded us to a room with a balcony, so it was gorgeous. We met some other friends at Javier's at Century City Mall. Now I know why Jeff loves that mall. It was so nice. Shout out Justin and Kayla and Sherry and Tamara, Ben from Beverly Hills, Costco Mary, my girlfriend, Diane, who flew in with me, and we had such a fun lunch. Can't say the food was amazeballs, but I'm more of a Tex-Mex person, and Javier's is more of a nicer, more authentic Mexican food. So anyways, shout out. I'll see y'all buying badges on Instagram. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It'll help pay for that $795 Southwest Air flight. But who cares? It was so worth it. So Ben Finer, they talked about him on the after show because he had an amazing costume where he dressed up with like Snickers bars. He gave me 2, thank you. And we also met him at his house, and he gave us a walking tour all around Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. We went into Sutton for the second time ever. It was the guy that was in there, Dimitri, I think his name. He was so nice. But I think Ben had brought this for Jeff, like a shark koozie. And all of a sudden at the end of the night, Mary gave him a lens wipe. So I ended up with this. I was talking to Krista at the bar at the end of the night. I say end of the night, meaning like 8:30. And she had this, and I'm like, wait a minute, didn't he get? And so she gave this to me because I don't think she wanted to take it home in her purse. Anyways, she came home from from LA with me, and I guess she'll live right there, right? Let me know what your questions are. Yes, Sutton was open. Sorry, I just dropped this card I just found that Zach Noe Towers handed to us Thursday at his Houston show. So anyways, I need to put that up here. I'm just adding stuff. Right here is my general admission BravoCon 2022 band. I will be packing my VIP 3-day wristband for Las Vegas. Oh my gosh. Okay, a little bit of shout out news real quick. Not that we care. Kim Zolciak is selling her shoes again. Of course, her husband's shoes and her shoes. We're definitely going to talk about the picture because I didn't expect Jeff to bring it up. But the Kelly, Megan, Heather picture, I was getting it bombarded on my phone all day yesterday. Heather did do an emergency Patreon, as Shane kind of alluded to. I did get to listen to it. A lot of it is her talking about the Tres Amigas, or some of it is her talking about the Tres Amigas show and how she won't mention Shannon's name, but Shannon Beador blew a .24 and what that's going to mean for her legally, and how They are still doing the show. Then she talks about the picture and how that came about. I don't know. She didn't really talk about it a lot. It just kind of sounds like, I don't understand. I understand wanting to smooth things over, Kelly Dodd, because she's there with Megan and she's there with Heather, and Heather and Megan are, having a moment. But I don't know why they needed to post the picture publicly. They knew, and then turn on comments. I mean, I think comments are on, right? I don't know. I was so busy. Of course, Heather McDonald has me blocked. So we know Megan didn't post this picture, right? So Kelly did, but I haven't even checked yet if it was in stories or on a post. Or how Heather posted it. If Heather did a story or a post. A lot of you try to send me, y'all will try to forward me stuff, but when people have me blocked, it just comes over and says post unavailable, so I can't read who it was. You have to take a screenshot and send it to me. So anyways, but that's pretty much all the Behind the Gates Patreon. That's the part that I listened to because I was clearly in LA for 35 hours, had so much fun. We shopped, we ate, we enjoyed the beautiful weather. We ate at Javier's, we ate at Cicconi's. I even squeezed in my Granville's salad with shrimp, and I loved it. And then I split this dessert called Lickety Split with Diane. I think we could have eaten our own. It was so delicious. I will definitely be getting that by myself from now on for sure. Oh my God, sorry, I didn't have comments up on YouTube. Somebody I just saw asked how Schmitty's was. So fun, but you're right. There is no parking at all. So Mary had driven us because from Sirius XM, it's maybe about 2 miles. I'm not really sure, not walkable, but she had driven because she was going home that night to where she lives. And the parking all in front of the bar is 30 minutes. Like why on a Saturday night from 6 to midnight or something, can you only park for 30 minutes? It's kind of annoying, but the bar is amazing. It's got this outdoor patio. It was all lit up and decorated for Halloween. Everyone from the show went. I think there was probably, Corey, tell me. I'm seeing if Ben Finer was on. If anyone else was there, let me know if you were there at the event. It was a lot to get into though, y'all. It was a lot of process. They checked us, they scanned us with a security wand, they checked our purses earlier in the day. So everyone, shout out Diane, Reality Cowgirl. The DJ was great. Yeah, so Reality_Cowgirl, she put up a lot of fun pictures and videos, and one was of the fun DJ at Schmitty's that was dressed up as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. So cute. He was so fun. What else? It was a lot to get into though. So we're at Target during the day, and everyone that had a ticket, because remember, Diane is the one that won the ticket. She asked me to be her +1. Everyone got a +1, which was nice. And you had to put in their phone number, what they did as a job, a picture of them, and then everyone got a QR code to make the process go quicker. So you get to the P2, you park on the P2, and then we went down to the first floor. Then they opened up this metal gate, and we went to the kind of this back alley of Sirius XM, and then we go to like this other area, and they called it the garage, and it was set up. It was kind of dark and dingy, no windows. Like Jeff complained about on the after show, there was no clock. So about 20 minutes into the podcast or the live show, so on the panel, I can't give away too much of it, but then he did talk about like some games were played, some audience questions were asked. It was more like we were watching, which was so fun. We were watching, but also able to participate live in a Jeff Lewis live show. So it was super fun. So up there on the stage was Carrie and Jeff, Carrie and Todd, Doug, Jeff, and Shane. And I think that's all. And then Brogan was in the audience. Of course, Jameson was there. Alyssa was there. Brandon or Frank, Monica, Krista, Pej. Am I missing anyone? It was so fun. All the costumes were so good. Diane and I were devils, because this whole thing is sponsored by Jeff Lewis Has Issues, his podcast that puts out. And they've drawn devil ears on Jeff on that. So we were devils from Texas. It was so fun. Yes, the music trivia, the sexy things that people do at Halloween. It was so fun. So this will air Halloween. So Halloween tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time on channel 102. And then I think it's going to replay even on Friday during the 11 a.m. time slot whenever Jeff will actually be busy at BravoCon. So let me know in comments if you will also be at BravoCon, because I am unpacking and then repacking up for Thursday morning to leave for BravoCon. So make sure you're following me on all my social media under Jeff Lewis Obsessed, but I'll definitely be posting on Instagram. So for sure. Was there video? I think Kian was recording it, so maybe he'll make a reel of it, but I'm not really sure. Or maybe they'll put it up as under Jeff Lewis video also. What other questions am I missing? We're going to find out if Jeff is dating Pej soon. Oh, I don't think Pej is into men, and Pej has a pretty serious long-term girlfriend that's maybe on, maybe off, who knows. Cycle Kathy is on. It was so good to see you too, Kathy. Yeah, I don't think Pej and Jeff are going to date for sure. What else? Oh my gosh. So everyone was in such a good mood. We get out of the show. It was a 1-hour show. Brogan actually works so that, you know, we now, because Shane has said that he and Brogan are dating. We know that's now the person that they were talking about with the coffee reading. They were so cute together, y'all. Brogan is even cuter in real life. So is Frank Brandon. So cute. Everyone is. Jeff's makeup, I was kind of worried. I didn't really want him to be in like a makeup or a mask situation. Debbie, the lady that did his makeup, did an incredible job. The depth of like the wrinkles or the cuts in his line looked so good. Like it was his regular face, no prosthetics, but the makeup was insanely good. It was a lady named Debbie that they had tagged, and he was in the pictures. Diane says Brogan is the hottest. Yeah. So Corey Fabulous called into the after show today, and Shane was a little bit snippy with him because he thought he was flirting with his boyfriend Brogan. And Corey was like, no, I've got a husband. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm not flirting with him. So, but Brogan is so nice, but he actually works, I think, at Access Hollywood, maybe. And he knew, he's the one that let everyone know that Matthew Perry passed away. So now it'll be forever ingrained in me. Where were you when you heard about Matthew Perry from Friends passing away? And it was in the back alley of SiriusXM's garage when we all started talking about it. So that's where it was. Immediately after that, they were still taking pictures. So every one of the chumps that was there got together for a picture, and they let everyone take an individual, like a step and repeat picture that Kian was taking. So I'm assuming they're going to email that to us. So Jeff couldn't leave and get to Schmitty's or all the other chumps until they took all those pictures, and they were kind of going row by row doing that. Oh, I look like Beth Stern. What a freaking compliment. She's amazing. Thank you so much, Janet. So once they started getting there, Jeff started talking to everybody. He made sure to take pictures with people. He was in a really good mood. I do think they talked about it on the Jeff Lewis after show today, that there was a little bit of tension before the after show in the green room. I'm not sure what was going on there, but they said once the live show hit, they really turned it on, and it was so fun. Jeff did make a couple of jabs about like something about not having a clock in the studio, which he said on the after show, and then something about them doing like a rehearsal, like a sound check. He didn't think he could hear that well in it. So I'm assuming you'll hear all that, because they really do record this straight 1 hour. They take the commercial breaks. It was so fun to like just see it all go down. It was like just watching a Jeff Lewis video live. It was amazing. It was so fun, y'all. In LA, had the best weather. So good. The food is always so good. We went shopping near Beverly Center at their TJ Maxx. They're off Fifth. We went into their Marshalls. We went into, what else? I think that's all. Did I find anything? No, nothing at all. And the lines to check out were ridiculous. I didn't even care. I was afraid. Oh, Melanie. Yeah. Okay. What else? Kian. I did not take a picture with Kian. He's a little bit shy. This is the third time now that I've met Kian, but I didn't even talk to him, didn't even take a picture with him, didn't meet Pej. Doug at one point was taking a picture with me at Schmitty's on the outdoor patio, which was amazing. And he was like, Pej, you know, come over here, come meet Sarah. And Pej was busy talking to someone. And then I walked away somewhere. He was the only one, and Kian, that I didn't take a picture with or didn't chat with at all. He did not have tights on, though. he had this Peter Pan hat, and then he had kind of greenish, like olive greenish khaki pants on and shoes. So he didn't have that on. Jeff, if I had to guess, we left all of a sudden, Diane, Kathy Hilton. Well, shout out Kathy Hilton. Hello. Oh my gosh. Let's see if she can come on live. She'll probably have a face mask on. We were at, oh my gosh, I get so red. Shout out Kathy Hilton. If y'all want to join on Instagram, Kathy Hilton is over on my Instagram live at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Or in the comments, I should say. We were at Schmitty's on Santa Monica Boulevard, and it was so fun. So that's where the Jeff Lewis Halloween event was afterwards. So it was so fun. Matter of fact, Kathy Hilton, on the way to the airport yesterday, we were in the Uber, and somehow your name came up. Me and Diane were talking about you. Oh, we were talking about you going to lunch recently. That's right, Diane. I told you to ask her to join us for lunch. The way you were at lunch with who was it? Kyle? Who were you at lunch with recently? We were like, oh my God, maybe we should be invited. Anyways, come on. Yes, I would love it if Kathy could come on. Oh my gosh. Well, Kathy, anytime I'm in LA, or I don't think she's going to be at BravoCon, y'all. I don't think she's on the list for BravoCon. If you are, I would love to meet you, Kathy Hilton. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, lunch with Sutton. Yeah, Sutton and who else though? Sutton and Kyle. Oh, Kyle's dinner last week with Sutton. Oh my gosh. Shout out Kathy Hilton. You are a huge Jeff Lewis fan, right? Don't y'all think, tell us in comments, don't you think Kathy Hilton needs to come on Jeff Lewis Live? Kathy, I know you're a night owl. Could you wake up and be in West Hollywood at 8:30 to meet Jeff at Sightglass before his Jeff Lewis Live show? Let's all manifest Kathy Hilton on Jeff Lewis Live. That would be amazing. Yes, we definitely need her on Jeff Lewis Live for sure. Oh my gosh, I get all flabbergasted whenever Kathy comes on or anyone comes on. What else? Ben Finer, like I said, he gave us a tour. It was amazing. You would go on Jeff Lewis? You will do a live. Oh my gosh, shout out. Everyone let Jeff Lewis or Shane know that Kathy Hilton will come on Jeff Lewis Live. Oh my God, I'm just dying. We're manifesting it right here and there. Kathy said yes. Let me know if somebody took a screenshot of her saying that she would come on. Y'all send that to him. Okay, let's get into the show today. It was Mercedes Javid and Dr. Donna. Jeff admits to having a shitty day. There's a lot going on with him. He gave us a lot of details, pretty much the whole first segment. Oh, you met Jeff years ago. Oh my gosh, Kathy, I wish you could come on. Even if you can come on live, if you put your camera just up to the ceiling, if you don't want to come on live, you don't have to, but we could hear your voice. So let me know if you're willing to come on live. I would just die. Anyways, you can just put the camera up. I can't see how to ask her to come on. What else? Okay, so this wedding, I'm still confused on Asia Jones, if it's her I figured that's who this wedding was in Las Vegas, that Megan, now we know Jeff was invited. I'm kind of in agreement with Jeff of turning down going because he's never even met the bride. Like, I know a lot of people, especially who are wealthy. Oh, Kathy could chime in on this. Kathy, did a lot of people from your daughter's and your son's weddings, was there people invited that were like you and your husband's acquaintances or friends or business, professional people to the wedding that didn't know your child, like didn't know Kathy, didn't know Nikki or Paris? Your son's name is literally leaving my head right now. Literally leaving my head. But anyways, I'm just curious if that happens. Yes, I love Paris, and I definitely am going to watch her second season of Paris's reality show on Peacock for sure. Jeff's, oh yeah, Baron, thank you, Baron. I knew if somebody told me I would remember it. Yeah, Jeff was correct in not attending the wedding. I think so too. Like I think first of all, for Jeff to leave and leave Monroe for even 24 hours and fly to Las Vegas, I think Jeff would want to know the person that was getting married really well, and he might have met Luna, my co-host Luna, knowing that he's met Asia Jones a couple of times doesn't necessarily mean he knows her stepdaughter at all. He said he never met her. So yeah, y'all all agree that he shouldn't have met her. He shouldn't have gone to the wedding. Okay, so Jeff really talks, and he now tells us it is producer Jen Green. So that's probably why she hasn't been on in quite a while. We know that usually Jen Green would come on when Leah Black was on. So the last time Leah Black was on is when Jeff went to Dallas one of those times, and she was on. So that's when the guy from Watch What Crappens, Ronnie, was on Watch What Crappens podcast, was on with her. So he was really good. But now we know she hasn't been on for those reasons. There's been some stuff going on for a while. That was pretty much the whole first segment, right? By the way, today is not the day for you to not have listened to Jeff Lewis Live or the after show. You need to make time to go and listen for yourself, because obviously probably the video is even better to wait and watch the Jeff Lewis video. But he talks also a lot with Dr. Donna, kind of this live therapy session of sorts, right? About celebrities keeping their circle small because they kind of lose trust. I've always talked about that because I guess I've watched reality TV so long. Even Paris, this reminds me of the Paris documentary about her wedding, because she was talking about how close she is to her assistant. And a lot of people that are famous and wealthy have a lot to lose if you can't trust what people are going to say about you. And that's why they sign NDAs, right? So it makes sense that their circle becomes really small, and you need to have people around you that have something to lose, right? They're not so, they don't know so much about you that they're just going to spill all the beans, because, we all have things in our life and everything is not for public content, right? So I think it's hard. I think Jeff likes to be like a man of the people. He doesn't want 5 people separating him from, his listeners. And that's why he always says he likes to have the cell phone number of the person, the co-host that's coming on with the celebrity. He doesn't want to go through their assistant and their publicist and their marketing and their PR person. He would rather just ask directly Kathy freaking Hilton, hey, do you want to come on Jeff Lewis Live? What date works for you? Not go through all these other people and just cause more drama and more text, right? Oh my gosh, Jessica says, I'm really upset that Jeff and Megan are not speaking. I love their friendship. I'm just devastated. I don't know that they're not speaking. He did say something about they're not talking as much right now. Don't really know what's going on. It didn't sound like he wanted to go into all the Stu details for sure. I know at one point MJ asked, hey, are you talking about Stu with like the betrayal stuff? And he said, not Stu specifically. I'm talking in general. There's been 6 people over the last few months that I've lost as friends. I think it's a mixture of professional people and personal people. But that's the thing with Jeff, right? And that's what we love about him. He brings in his professional people become his personal people. He intertwines that. And just like Shane is such a big part of his life personally, but also professionally, because clearly he works for him, right? He also works with him and sees all the personal stuff that Jeff must go through. Like, he knows all this stuff. It affects him. So, somebody said, in my opinion, Jeff is spiraling. User on TikTok. Yeah, Poll does mention the snake. Somebody's a snake. What did I write down about that? A lot of Jeff got a lot of DMs about that picture. Somebody said that I think it was MJ, and I heard this a lot, that Megan didn't even look happy in the picture. I'm sort of curious. I almost feel like, do y'all feel like Megan was used in a sense? Because clearly, if Kelly Dodd and Heather would have taken a picture together, no one would have talked for 2 seconds about it. But even like MJ said, everyone's talking about this picture. It was sent to me 700 times, not that many, but it was sent to me over and over in the DMs because people wanted to make sure that I saw, oh my God, look at these 3 people taking this picture together, right? And that's why we're all talking about it. Even Jeff knows about it. Jeff's got opinions about it. Even though Jeff says, and this is the tricky part, right? When you have friends that maybe there's 3 of you and 2 of you have a falling out, it's tricky when that other person stays friends with them because you feel like maybe they're taking a side, even if they're not, right? And this is what hurts my heart, is hearing Doug and Monica on the after show, because they're all friends. Everyone is. And Alyssa even talked about it, about how she has to put on like her work hat, but then they go and hang out at happy hour. They do chump things, they do events and stuff. And it's a fine line of when you're not happy with how someone's behaving at work. Like Jeff was saying a lot about producer Jen Green. And then he goes into all these details about, it hurt me because then I was humiliated. I went out on a limb. This sounded very similar to the Brandy and Julie thing, right? He went out on a limb, and then she's coming in late and not checking these stories or whatever they were saying. All this stuff, all these details that he was saying about what she was not doing correctly in her job that related to Hollywood House Lift. And he felt like he was humiliated and mad about that, right? Oh my goodness. Wait, what? Kelly and Rick use it for content. Yeah. So did Kelly and Megan, Heather post it publicly? I'm assuming they both did. I'm not sure. Yeah, Wish Poll would say the initial. Shout out Ann or Eugenia, Dames Who Dish. Sailor says, I don't like to be in the middle. It gives me anxiety. I just want everyone to get along or be polite when disagreeing. I agree. Y'all, I've had two best friends that are on the outs. They've been on the outs. They've gotten back together, whatever. And all of our huge circle of friends, it's awkward because when one of them has a birthday, the other one's invited, and then the other one's not. And then they see it all over Instagram and Facebook. And, you know, we're making plans to go out somewhere. And it's like, where are we going? What city are you going to for this birthday? And it's like, oh, this person. And you're like, oh, you know, it's hard. Even though Jeff says he never cares if his friends remain friends with his exes. You know, you can look at who follows Gage, and Scott Anderson still, I don't know because they blocked me, but you can see that a lot of the chumps still do. I just don't think they're petty enough to delete and block and all that stuff. But Jeff even says, you know, none of that bothers me, you know, but at some point, I think it has to bother people, right? I don't know. Hi from London. So awkward for the entire friendship group. Yeah, Marie says, because they do, everything is so intermingled with them, right? Chump camp, think about all of that. When they go, you know, who he invites to Halloween Horror Nights, who he invites to Christmas dinner. There's a lot of people that come to the Christmas Eve that are really close friends. They're chumps. Yeah. Oh my God. This weekend was so fun. There wasn't any drama. There wasn't any tea. The best tea was, and he's already admitted, so I can say it publicly, is, you know, Brogan and Shane dating. They were totally kissing at Schmitty's. They were so cute. No, I didn't take any pictures or videos of them kissing. I just watched it all and had a huge smile on my face because I was so insanely happy for them. They were dressed as Pole and Patrick in their actual suits, and it was so cute. Brogan is super nice, so fun. I cannot wait. I don't know if Brogan, I didn't ask if Brogan will be at BravoCon, but clearly Jeff is hosting or he's going to ask the questions for the Ask Andy panel Friday, 10 a.m. So get to that panel. We're going to somehow meet up before the panel. It's the first panel of the day, but I want all of us Jeff Lewis and Bravo fans to meet up somewhere. So y'all give me some ideas. Send it to me. Who are the 6 people? Leah says, y'all tell me in comments who you think the 6 people are. I don't think we need to guess on Brandy and Julie and Jen Green, right? Is Gus one of those 6 people? I don't know. Is Megan one of the 6 people? Is Stu one of the 6 people? He was very clear really not to say a lot about Stu today. I feel like when Jeff doesn't choose to talk much about Stu, he's still very hurt. And maybe they're just on a pause. Maybe they will work things out and they're still hurt feelings. I don't really know. Oh, that's a good question, Sunny. Do you think Jeff has a lot of chump friends who aren't in the public spotlight? I do feel like Jeff has friends that aren't famous or that don't have any interest. He has mentioned going out for drinks with some guys in LA. Will, you know, there's some people that were at the Hollywood House Lift Season 1 premiere party, June of 2022 that I was at. that I recognized and knew their names and such, but they're not necessarily people he talks about all the time. And I just don't think they're people that want to be talked about all the time, right? So I don't know. Is there a crackling sound again? Okay, I'm trying to. Let me know if that's better. I'm just going to unplug my microphone. Give me a thumbs up on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter if my audio is better. Sorry about that. I just saw that comment. Last week it was crackling, yes, but it was coming and going. Anyways, oh, Heather, duh. Heather McDonald is definitely one of the 6. What else do you want to chat about? Rick and Kelly called in to make sure that they're letting Jeff know we are loyal people. See, I don't think it crackles for everyone. That's what's so crazy. It wasn't crackling at all. Is the audio still okay? Because I just unplugged the microphone. Okay, sound is good. But y'all are on Instagram. That doesn't affect. It's still crackling. Well, that doesn't make sense then because I deleted I unplugged the microphone. Well, that's weird. It's crackling. Okay, I've got to figure out what's going on then. Okay, I'm back on YouTube, just so you know. My camera seems weird. Why does that seem so weird now? Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. Okay. My camera is weird on YouTube. I'll have to fix it another time as I try to fix it live, of course. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's on my camera. I mean, it's doing it from my, okay. La, la, la. Technology, technology, technology. Okay. What else? Doug was talking about how he bought no drinks. I didn't buy any drinks either. I only had one drink at Schmitty's. Tamara bought it for me. Shout out Tamara. Thank you so much. I was going to buy a drink and then buy them for other people. And then it took a while to kind of get a drink. Did you see that Lay's is doing something about her collab at BravoCon? Did y'all see my video? So Ben from Beverly Hills walked us by all the fun stores. We definitely went by something about her. It just looks like it's never going to open. I don't know. I'm worried that the excitement for something about her and Ariana and Katie is like fading, and all the Vanderpump Rules, you know, drama and everything. I don't know. I'm just worried it's kind of fading a little bit. Okay, it's better, but I know I'll fix it whenever I get back, whenever I'm done. No. CJ says, I bet Sarah was getting to the good tea that only TikTok and Instagram are getting to hear. No, and I know I did mess that up. So if y'all are on YouTube or Instagram, YouTube or TikTok or Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you can watch the full replay on Instagram at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I didn't mean to mess my camera up. I still don't know why it's not connected. So it's basically showing my computer camera instead of my webcam now, which looks weird. I'm tired, I guess. I did not. Did I listen to Tom Sandoval's podcast with Dr. Drew? I did not. What's my drink of choice? I'm not a big drinker. One drink can really get me a little lightheaded, and I don't love that feeling, but I did have a really fun, delicious, fruity drink that I don't know what it was, but Tamara just asked him for something sweet, and that's what I drank, and it was so good. So it was good. What else? Marie, little crackling. What else? Sorry, I got all discombobulated with the thing. Oh, I definitely don't like tequila. I definitely like vodka is my liquor of choice, if I should say that. I don't drink beer. I don't love wine. Liquor, vodka is definitely my choice. So like a pumptini, I've definitely had a pumptini. I don't know, Dame Sue Dish. I don't know if you're Ann or Gina, but yeah, I'll be at the Cabaret Friday night, and that's the night Jeff is talking about being at Cabaret. I want to go to John Hill's show right before that, but I've got 4:00 Bravo Palooza tickets, and it doesn't say how long that lasts, and that's over at, I don't even know where that's at, the Paris Theater. I don't even know where that's at. And then we've got to change clothes, eat some food, and switch over and get a ride over to Fremont Street. So I don't know if I can do all of that in time. So if there's tickets, my girlfriend is literally flying home from Paris right now. And she was like, just buy us tickets if you want. It doesn't matter. I'll go to anything. So I decided, since we don't know how long Bravo Palooza is going to be, and we don't know how long it'll be to get an Uber over to Cabaret, we'll just wait and see if there's a ticket that night. I'm hoping it sells out because I want John Hill's show to sell out. I think MJ is going to be on it, right? Oh, thank you, Brenda. Don't stress me out on the sound. It didn't. I was just trying to fix it, and then I messed it up. And now I've got the camera messed up, but I'll fix it. Jeff, where is he going Friday night? So Friday night, he is scheduled to be at Cabaret's show, and a lot of the chumps. Megan, Doug, I don't know who else. Shane, obviously. Shane. Yes, the same theater, the same everything. So this is what I did in New York when I saw Cabaret, that Jeff Lewis and all the chumps were at. Also, there was a show right before it on the thing that was Margaret Joseph's. And I was like, wait a minute, Margaret Joseph? So I go to Margaret Joseph's Instagram. She wasn't even really promoting it. So I DM'd Margaret Joseph's, who I love, and I said, hey, you really need to promote this as like a duo, because I'm flying in from Texas for Amy Phillips' show, and I was there for Watch What Happens Live with Bethany and Jeff and the on the show. And so I thought, if I'm going to come to Cabaret Meet, I'm also going to buy a ticket to Margaret Joseph's show. And I did. And it was so wonderful. So everything was at the same studio. I think it's called Green Room 42 or something in New York. So this is the same thing. John Hill's show is 7 to 8:30 at the same venue on Fremont Street. And then 30 minutes, they'll clear it out. And then we'll come back in for Amy Phillips' Cabaret Meet show that is already sold out. So if you need a ticket on that, you're going to have to buy that on, somewhere else, but it'll be a show to see because she is so good. Resale tickets, Jewelry CEO, probably like all your typical stuff, but also there's a big BravoCon Facebook group that they're letting people sell tickets in. I'm late with Stu at the party. Stu was not at, I didn't see him at the event, the Halloween, and I didn't see him at Schmitty's either. But we left around 9. Diane was like, I'm going to take an Uber back. I'm really tired. And I was like, oh, I'll go back with you. My feet were hurting too. But Jeff had left around 8:15. I'm not real sure. And I think a lot of the people left by then, by about 8:30. I think a lot of the chumps had left. I'm not really sure who was left whenever we did, but it was so fun meeting all the other Jeff Lewis listeners. They were dressed up so cute. It was just super fun. Like, talk about Jeff Con. I mean, that was just, it was like the pre thing to BravoCon. It was just so amazing to be with, like, I feel like BravoCon is like a big group of people. Like, you're going to have a lot in common with them. But if you're a Jeff Lewis fan, oh my God, I feel like they're my people. Like, I'm definitely going to love every single one of them for sure. What time did it start? 5 o'clock, and it ended. Well, I didn't think we were all sitting down by 5 because it was a process to get in, y'all. They really took security tight. There was no like, and I don't think anyone had an extra ticket. There was a lot of like LA local people that wanted me to see if there was anyone that had an extra +1. I think everyone came with another person. Everyone I met was with their sister. One friend flew in from Houston who I'd never met before. And she won a ticket from Houston. So she flew in, and her sister happens to live in the area. So she got to hang out with her sister and stay with her. They're both Jeff Lewis fans, which I'm so jealous of. Who else flew in? I never saw if she was there. The girl that called in from Juniper, Florida, I never met her. I never heard if she did. Yeah, Corey said you had to have your guest name when you won the tickets. But also, right, Corey, that morning, because we were at Target buying a few things, and they sent everyone that won a ticket another thing, and you had to register your guest again. So then you had to take a picture. She had to take a picture of my face. She had to put in my phone number, and then I had to have the QR code. So there was no like switching out who you were going to bring. You know what I mean? At that point, we did have a friend that her friend couldn't come, and she figured that out like the night before that morning. And so then my friend Mary got to come. So that was really good because, Mary picked us up from the airport. We hung out all day. I met Costco Mary a month ago at the Reality Bites thing, and we stayed at the same hotel and had such a good time. So I was so glad she was able to come. Have I met Bethany? I did not meet Bethany anywhere. She was at the Watch What Happens Live, but she did not come over and talk to the audience like Jeff Lewis did. So I took a picture with Jeff Lewis that night, but Bethany didn't come over. And it doesn't end late, but her daughter was there with her, and it was I don't think it was a Monday night. So maybe she had school and they needed to get out, but Bethany did not come over to the audience as far as I know. Or she didn't come over to me. Security was very tight. Yeah, Melanie says it's good that security was tight. It was very tight. What else? Jeff said nobody was annoying, so including me. So shout out for all the lovers that think, he's afraid of me and I'm a stalker. Not true at all. They all know who I am. They were all like, hi, Sarah. I think most all of them reposted my stuff. So if I tagged them in it, they reposted my pictures with him. Jeff never reposts anyone. So if Jeff did that, that would be amazing. KC says, does Jeff recognize you as the #1 fan? I'm not even the #1 fan, y'all. There are people that are way bigger fans than me. They just don't have a fan account. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Corey says everyone knew who Sarah was. I mean, I've met them multiple times. And I'm pretty much the only one that does a Jeff Lewis obsessed or a Jeff Lewis fan account. So, it's not like Bravo where there's 400 podcasts talking about Jeff Lewis. I'm the only one doing it. So of course they know who I am. Vanderpump comes on tonight. What? No, Aaron. Vanderpump's not on right now. What else? Oh, thank you, Melanie. Jeff loves Sarah from Texas. He has said so. Yes, he did. We had a very good conversation. That's all I can tell you right now. But we had a very good conversation at Schmitty's. At the event, you really couldn't talk to anyone one-on-one. I did ask a question. So did Corey Fabulous. So his question will be on. I forgot her first name, but the girl they're talking about, that was Ursula. She asked a question. Who else asked a question? Did Batman ask a question? So stay tuned for that, because that will be part of the live show whenever they ask questions. The audience members got to ask questions. We got to answer, play the games. I think I answered a game question, but I can't remember. It was super easy because y'all, it was only about 40 to 50 of us listeners. It was so intimate, so incredibly fun. Oh, I dropped a teaser, possible collab on Jeff Lewis Live. I cannot say what we talked about, but that's all I'm going to say is we had a really, really good conversation. Anyway, so has nothing to do with Jeff Lewis Live, though. I'll tell you that. Nothing with being on the radio or anything like that. I'll just tell you that. Oh, thank you for Jenny. First time to join. I enjoy your positivity. You're in Houston too? Shout out Houston. I'm in Pearland. It is cold today. It was 47 degrees. That's why I've got, long sleeves on. Well, I need to get out and go buy up all the Halloween candy because we can't buy it too early because our family will gobble it all up. Thank you so much for joining live. If you're on the replay, please still comment and tell us what you think. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment on my stuff. Make sure you're following me under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Everything goes up as a replay immediately except for TikTok. And if you missed a little bit of it on Facebook and YouTube, go to my Instagram and it will all be there because that one didn't go out. And it'll also go up as a podcast, Jeff Lewis Obsessed. See you tomorrow. Bye, TikTok.